Good afternoon, it's nice to be here and tell you about our program, this material value chains. And I think I stay here, I feel safer. Maybe first few words about what is CLIC Innovation. You probably don't know our small company, but we are an open innovation and public-private partnership platform. And our focus is turning resource scarcity to business opportunities. And we are coordinating large projects and initiatives, and actually our owners are 29 multinational companies which represent 9 industrial sectors, and also 16 Finnish universities and research institutes. And our key areas at the moment are energy systems, renewable energy systems, bioeconomy solutions, and circular economy. And this project, Material Value Chains, ARVI, program, has been our key program in the circular economy area. And here you can see the logos of our owners. You can see there are very significant actors in the area of recycling and circular economy. But the Material Value Chains program, it started 2014 and it was completed this spring. This program was a 10 million euro program, and that money came, 35% of this came from companies, 15% from research institutes and universities, and 50% from TEKES. And the key of that program is the systemic approach, how to manage a material value chains, recycling, and their business opportunities. And here you can see the companies participated in this program. You can see there are very significant companies in this area, and also you may see that there are regional and municipal waste management companies. Those companies form let's say platform to test and pilot the new approaches that was developed during this program. And further, here are our research institutes and universities participating in this program. And if we go to the key research areas we had in this program, we chose 4 material these streams or waste streams to be studied. They were plastics and rubber, the electronic and electrotechnical waste, and then we had municipal waste and sludge and ashes. And these horizontal themes we studied were related to systemic approaches and how to improve our knowledge from these material flows and these analyze them and foresight, and this was the let's say scope of the research program. And you probably understand that we have had a 3-year program, 100 researchers and many companies, so we had lots of results. And those results, they are more or less for the companies participating for this program. For the companies as a starting point to their decision making and to start their own R&D projects. So in this presentation, I will concentrate on the key messages and key findings in these areas we found. They are, let's say, overall findings, and those specific results, they are the companies own them. But let's look first about the scientific results. During this program, we published 40 academic publications, around 40 technical reports for industry, conference papers. We had master theses, bachelor theses, one PhD thesis was ready during this program, but maybe some more is coming in the next coming months. And also we established a database for RV information, and then we had together several workshops on recycling business models, because of course all this research in the future it will lead to a business, a real business, what companies can do based on the research we have done in this program. And if we then go to the different streams, waste streams, and what were the key messages, key findings. First of this plastics and rubber work package or stream, they were very active, and very companies participated on that. And the key message is that plastics, even recycled, is a material with potential. The largest application packaging is plastics' largest application area, and also source of plastic waste. And the sorting improves mechanical properties of recycled plastic, and at the best they can come very close to those of virgin material. Then we were also studying the wood plastic composites and their potential applications, and also that the characteristic of recycled plastics and the requirements of application, they need to match. So they should have the market also, because there are some odor or color problems or challenges, and you have to find the right application for that recycled plastic. It's important in the same time that you do the research. But as a whole, plastics recycling can generate environmental benefits if virgin material can be replaced. That's the main message, maybe. And if we go further to the V part of that program, it's one of the most valuable waste streams produced from our households. And it's, on the other hand, it's very complex, heterogeneous, and also dynamic waste stream. And very much of the material, the precious material, are lost in for example, in dust. And this is the one thing that should be studied more carefully in the future, to get out of all the, let's say, precious material that is possible to get out of the waste stream. Then this municipal solid waste and sludge, this was a very comprehensive area in our product, and also very international. We had cooperation with Chinese university and also cooperation with Sao Paulo in this area. And there were many key messages, since the area is so wide. And one of them is that bio-waste and plastics are the most efficient fractions in volume to increase material recovery. And one finding was also that we in Finland, we have very many technology solutions that could have a significant business potential in energy recovery of municipal waste. For example, in Chinese market, during this our product, our program, for example, Valmet got the business opportunities there in China, and they sold their machines to the market. And this is also one finding that when you do research and you go to the other markets and you get to know people your other actors, you can get also business possibilities, and that was one issue we found out during our program, that it's also a way to do real business during this our research program. And the other place where we did research was Sao Paulo, and there the researchers made very comprehensive LCI study, and the finding was that source separation as well as separate collection, composting and aerobic digestion of organic waste is a sustainable measure for the municipal waste management also in Sao Paulo. And then we had some research activities in nitrogen recovery and also biosludge area. And that as is part, it's also a valuable resource, and in that case also the utilization and recovery of valuable requires very precise knowledge of ash composition. And this research, what has been done, it to help companies to enhance treatment of recycled materials, and also has helped them for decision making how to use this material in the future. Then one part of the research was this systemic approach, and when we started, people in 2014 didn't talk so much about circular economy, and now everybody knows what talking about it and knows what circular economy is. But we had, from the beginning, we had that kind of systemic approach, and I think this is more or less the same that circular economy, because that is how these different processes, streams are interacting, and how the business, technology, and environmental issues are, let's say, interacting together, and also the social-cultural system elements are part of that circular economy or systemic approach. And we studied these kind of things like what is systemic demand? Because you can think that when we talk about circular economy, the demand is more or less many times also systemic, and then you have to have systemic supply also. And we were studying these ecosystems, how they will be developed, and how they answer to the, let's say, systemic demand, and what kind of systemic supply ecosystem should we in Finland create to be able to do business in these new markets. And many times the business is global, but the recycling business is more or less local, and those situations and markets, they are very different in different countries. And one issue we also, what should take into consideration is the social dimension. For example, if you think, Brazilian or Sao Paulo, then in the waste management, there are waste pickers, and that's their profession. And if we go there and supply them some very advanced technology, and then those waste pickers, they get unemployed. So what is our responsibility to that kind of situation? So the social dimension should also be taken into consideration when to go different markets, where have different needs and so on. And then I already told that we have created a database for our information. This is a little bit tricky part, because this needs that companies should be open and give their information to that database, and that's a question of trust. But we did a small pilot, and maybe later on this will be continued. And then we have also this monitoring part, and this was the part where those municipal waste companies were very active and act as a let's say platform to test these new solutions. But if I like to summarize my message, I'd like to use this evaluation of our scientific advisory board. In this program, we had an international board. There were 5 professors, 2 from US, 2 from Europe, and 1 for China. And they gave us this kind of evaluation. Firstly, they taught us that we were very far-sighted to start this kind of large, extensive research program in this area. This is unique in Finland, but also in Europe. And those professors, they didn't recognize or know the so extensive program in their areas or where they came from. And they also thought that this intensive collaboration, that was impressive. And I think with companies and research organizations, and I think this is one strength for us in Finland, that public and private sector can work together, and that it's a habit here, and it's very unique if you think this outside Finland. So we have to be proud of that we have the ability to do work together. And they also pointed out that social significance, in our program we pointed out this is very important issue, and also the global viewpoint. Of course, we had limited time, but we did cooperation, as I told, with China, with Brasilia, and also with some European countries. And also we gained some academically and commercially significant results, and then they were very, very nice, and they say that strengthened Finland's position among forerunners of circular economy. But of course, we are just in the beginning, and it's our challenge now how we maintain this active network we have created during these 3-4 years. And what are we now doing in CLIC Innovation together with our shareholders and our partners? We are building a CLIC Circular Economy project portfolio. Some projects derived from the RV program have already started, but now our owners have said that they like to focus on building a platform, a service platform for managing industry large side streams, because that's a common issue for many of our companies. How to put them together, improve their utilization, and on the other hand, provide sufficient volumes for the reuse markets, and maybe also to develop new products from these side streams, and of course then reduce costs and do new business. That is what we are working now, and we are at the very first phases, and I hope that next year I have more to tell about this initiative. But if you want more information about the scientific results of ARVI program, you can visit arvifinalreport.fi. There you can find the scientific results, and in this portal has also downloaded this kind of publication. You can download it in Finnish or in English, and you can get more results from this publication. But this was all I have to say at this moment, and I'd like to thank you very much, and if you have some questions, I'm happy to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pirjo. Are there any questions from the audience? Okay. I seem to be the only one that have questions after every presentation. There were quite many areas to be researched: metal,
yes.
Rubber, wheels, sludge, etc. What's your personal opinion or opinion from the network? What's the biggest application area in the upcoming years, in 2 to 3 years?
I think the V area is quite promising, because it's containing so much these precious metals and but actually all the also the plastics, because people are very much talking about plastics and the negative environmental effects, so that could be also the other one.
Okay, I recently saw a video on the social media where there was I think he was from Africa somewhere, a guy that helped people to build houses by using empty bottles. And just use empty bottles and clay. So that was really interesting. Now, okay, many areas for applications. And then a second question, when you have such a big network of companies, small and medium-sized and big ones, and if I'm the newcomer, if I have an idea about recycling something, or a business idea in general, or a problem that I want to solve. What is your message to such an entrepreneur? What should I do if I want to join your network, or if I want to take benefit from your network?
So you may contact me.
Okay, the simplest, the obvious answer, contact you. But while working in the program, it lasts 3 to 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah. What is your best advice for any small and medium-sized company? What should be their homework before they enter such a program? How to prepare yourself?
To have, let's say, clear vision. Where are you good at? How can you, let's say, give the added value to the ecosystem or the network, and to clear target, clear vision.
Okay. Small and medium-sized companies usually work fast-paced.
Yes.
And I'm coming back to your motto, there is more to life than simply increasing its speed. How many times during the program you wish that, I wish there would more speed in this program, or you said that, okay, let's take it quietly, let's not rush? Was that something
let's
during
say
the program?
my motto didn't apply to that.
No.
no.
What's
because
the story behind the motto then?
actually, I am like the motto.
Okay.
But maybe that program could more, in some stages, could have been, let's say, more speed, but
the motto is like yours.
Yeah,
okay.
motto is mine. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pirjo.
Yeah. Thank you.